I sneaked into Messi's dad's hotel for a meeting with him. And I said, "We want your son." I sneaked into Messi's dad's hotel about 4 years ago in Barcelona for a meeting with him. To bring someone like him to the club, we knew it would change the club, and we knew it would change the league and the sport. The other day, it was a funny interview from one of the academy kids who's doing really well, and they turned around to him and said, "You know, what's the best bit of advice Leo's given you so far?" And he said, "To walk more." He was like, he told me to walk more in the game. He said, because you see more. For the last 10 years, to try and get this team up and running in Miami, there's been so many obstacles, so many challenges, and sometimes it looked like it weren't going to happen. He literally was sat in a hotel room with his mate filming and saying that he's coming to Miami.
I think most of us here think he's, one of the best players we've ever seen, maybe the best.
You know, he won the World Cup last year, and he still is as hungry as he was when he was a young kid. From the moment he landed in Miami, he drives himself to the supermarket, does his shopping, goes home. He's humble, he's hardworking. He's just a normal guy with an unbelievable talent.
Lionel Messi plays from Miami into Miami.
I think I got a Tesco's club card when I was...
That's why people are following him. He's got his name on his car.
You know what? I had a plan when I retired to do a documentary about my life at some point. And even back then, I was thinking, okay, the perfect time to do it would be like 10 years after I retired. So that was kind of the plan when I retired. At some point, I knew that I was going to do it or have to do it. But it had to feel right. To have something like this that my kids can look back on, that my parents can look back on, all my friends and teammates that I've had over the years, and everyone that is in there has meant something to me, on a different level.
When you talk about Manchester United, you've got a couple of players now, a situation maybe with Sancho right now, especially Harry Maguire the last couple of weeks, where people are saying the attention, the criticism, the stick's gone over the top, it's gone too far.
People are able to actually pull people into line about saying certain things because people react different. People can't take it sometimes. Football was my job, but I'd have done it anyway, even if I weren't being paid to play football. I loved football. When you've got someone like Keane in the team that sets the high standards, not just at the weekend, but every single day. Every single day there was a standard set. Harry's just got to keep doing what he's doing. At the end of the day, he's got to focus on football, which he does. He's a good lad. He's had a great career. Has the criticism gone too much? I think it has.
You think it's a mindset? Is you're living in fear of making a mistake?
Would have broke probably 99.9% of footballers.
As soon as we got money, it was like, I want to buy a nice watch.
I love shopping, I love cars, I love watches.
I signed a contract with Adidas for £50,000, and I went and bought an M3 for £50,000.
I'm like, who the fuck buys a pen? You know what I mean? Who buys an expensive pen?
Would you rather have a go for being flash, sponsorship deals, or have a go for looking like...
Jesus!
Only if a player didn't back it up now.
Yeah, exactly.
We see that. My worry would always, any players, if they were doing that and they were spending their money, and again, good luck to them, but if they didn't want to come in training properly and that became the priority, that was always my worry.
Beckham, where are you? David, where are you? And I said, boss, I'm in Manchester just driving past the Trafford Centre. He said, no, you're not. He said, you're in Barcelona airport. My mate sat opposite you. I took the hat off and he went, and he looked at me and went, go and shave it off. And we were just about to go out for the warm-up. So I had to then get a pair of clippers, go into the changing room at Wembley and shave it off.
He's unique in that he can do things that other footballers can't do.
It's not so great when you're on a night out and girls just sit next to you and stuff.
My number one thing is always my family, and every decision that I make is for them.
Football to me has been my life, and
it's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you support your kids, and that's what me and his mum have done.